I had a phone call there, so I got cut off. But yeah, at the post office, try it on those little things, and see if you can, by loving the nudging process, see what happens to it when you do that. When you can love the nudging process on little things. Don't do it on big things, because it's the big things just you know, they got a lot of momentum behind them and they'll knock you over probably. So try it on the little things first and give it a go, and see if you can see the reality of the game of life. It doesn't look like a game when there's a constant never-ending nudging process going on. I know, I've lived there for 20 years of my life, but I can tell you from my own experience coming out of that, that nudging process is this is how you get out of it. You don't have to follow self-inquiry, as I said before, but you can. You're already doing self-inquiry in your own way. Everyone is. Self-inquiry is like a deliberate, conscious act to deliberately try to observe the mind and recognize the emotions that are generated through the judgments of the mind and see the neutrality of the world. That's self-inquiry. But you're already doing that when, say for instance, in your 20s, your mind used to complain and whinge a lot. All day it used to complain and whinge. And then when you got into 30s, you're exhausted by it. And you just realize, I'm not going to whinge anymore. And that realization subsided the mind, the complaining aspect of the mind. Because you realize, you could see there was a self-inquiry process going on, that it's painful, or I should say you receive nudges if you follow the mind's whinges. But you might not interpret it that way as the mind's whinges, which is a self-inquiry way. You just said, I'm not going to whinge, which is still contains identity in it and conceptuality, but still that's enough to make that part of the mind subside. So yeah, everyone's in the game of life already. You don't have to practice self-inquiry. You're already doing your own version of it, and it's a good idea just to at least recognize your own versions that you've done. You might say, you know, I'm not going to complain anymore, and you find that there's much more ease in your life, you know, and then you realize, by having this feeling of lack, I'm just going to give to people, and then you realize life's much more easy, and you get fantastic experiences from that, and the whole lack realm disappears. So you've already had many experiences already. Everyone's got some experience in their life of the residing of the mind process and the revealing of the enlightenedness that you already are, because there's more effortlessness in life and peace. They're the two attributes of evidence of the enlightenedness of who you are is becoming revealed. Effortlessness and peace. And you already are that. You are peace. It's only through the mind that unpeace is birthed. And it's not through the mind. The mind doesn't create it. It's through your consciousness merging with mind, fusing with mind, becoming identified with mind, and forgetting the enlightenedness that you already are, that a nudging process comes into effect. So yeah, if you like anything that's been talked about in today's video or the previous one, give them a go, and if you don't resonate with it, that's fine too, because you know, I'm just doing it, explaining it through the language which still is filtered through my conditioning. You know, my accent and there's still a basic foundation of conceptual belief structures on which these words are filtering through, but underlining they're coming from the experiences that I've had. And if you don't resonate with them, that's fine. They're not meant to be resonated. For me to believe that everyone's meant to resonate from these videos would be the definition of insanity. So if you don't resonate with them, if you find them whatever, they don't resonate, leave them alone, you know. But if you do appreciate them and like them, then that's fine, you know. Hit the like button then, whatever. So yeah, anyway, have a good day.